Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports with comedian actor PB Smiley.
What up?
And me, Wayne Holloway. How you guys doing? I hope you had a happy holidays. How was your Christmas, PB?
Oh, man, it was lovely. No kids.
Wow.
Yeah, we took the kids to Vegas, so they still there. But you know my old lady, she still ain't feeling too good. I didn't do too good on the picks.
You and me both.
I had like 6 losses, man.
Man, I stopped counting.
They got us with a couple. They got us with 2 or 3.
Man, it was one of those weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna be like that this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be stupid this week because people are gonna be doing, like I said, fake field goals and fake punts. You know, it's gonna be crazy.
Well, let's start off with Mr. Harrison.
Woo, that's a big one.
Was that a 14-year vet from Pittsburgh? 14 seasons?
Man.
14 seasons?
It was a good chess move, though.
Yeah.
A very good chess move. I put it out in the atmosphere and said, can we go get Harrison so when we played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, he can act a fool?
And so the Patriots pick him up.
Man, Belichick, that's a real coach, man. That's what a coach is supposed to do. He knows Harrison is on his last leg, but you know what game he'll act up in? The game when he plays Pittsburgh for letting him go.
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope.
Why,
I'm going on record right now to say Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Super Bowl and get one for Ben. It's his last one. Just like it was 2 years ago for Mr. Manning.
Very disrespectful.
It's lining up. It's lining up, man.
First of all,
Harrison's not going to make that big of a deal. He's not.
I don't care who in the AFC makes it. It'll be Pittsburgh or New England. We'll come up with that prediction later on.
Right.
But AFC is not winning the Super Bowl.
I don't care. I'm just telling you how it looks.
The only way the AFC can win the Super Bowl is if Jacksonville sneaks in there.
Y'all hear him?
I'm just letting you know the only way the AFC will win the Super Bowl this year is if something stupid happens in the NFC and Jacksonville, one of those seeds that made it, that did good this season, but you know shouldn't quite be there.
Like what he's saying just happened over the weekend. This Jags he talking about gave up 44 points to the 49ers.
I called that one. You know I called that one.
No, I picked them too, but I ain't called 44 points.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, let's finish up on Harrison.
Right.
I like it 4 years ago. Right now, it's not going to do anything. He's 39. He's still the strongest man in the league. That don't count for nothing when it's cold.
Look.
What are you going to do? Who are you going to bench press?
Look, he's going to make a difference in that game. Maybe not all the games, but in that game, that old man will kill himself to show up.
And he will get killed, too. They're going to double team him. They're going to do all
If they double team him, that's going to leave other people open.
Yeah, well, New England's defense is still like 27, 28. They need that, but it's not going to. I think Pittsburgh Steelers, they clearly outplayed New England 2 weeks ago. The refs cheated them. I don't care where this game being played. Pittsburgh is.
Wait a minute. The refs cheated them?
Yeah.
What did they cheat with?
Packett. That wasn't a catch, man.
People.
Oh,
let me go on record and saying that it was a catch.
That was a touchdown.
It was a catch, but it was a catch not according to the rule. We got to stick to the rules. Well, okay. It was a catch.
Okay, fans.
It was a catch.
Ask him what's the rule. Call up 323-293-3375. Say what's the rule before they told you the rule, and then after they tell you after the incident happened, then they give you a new rule. Are you like, oh, okay? Or are you like, man, y'all bull?
Well, you give me what the rule's supposed to be.
All right.
I'm listening.
He caught the ball.
Right.
They state that if you go to the ground with the ball, if you lose it, no one touches you, but you caught it. And you made what they call a NFL play, which is catching it, moving, the ball still stays with you. If it begins to wobble and it touches the ground, even after you completed the catch, as soon as it starts to wobble out, that's now a fumble. He got the ball back. He's over the goal line. That's a touchdown. Nobody touched him yet. And so they went back and said, Incomplete pass. But at first they acknowledged that he caught it, that it was a fumble. So then it's a touchdown. Then they changed, oh, no, it's incomplete pass. Pittsburgh, or anybody's betting, you remember what I was telling y'all earlier with the Jets? This Pittsburgh all day, it's a wrap. They got vengeance, and they're going to get back at New England. And I used to like root for New England when I was watching Randy Moss. So I know how they play.
Right.
And
they don't want to see Carolina.
They ain't going to have to see them. Sorry, they ain't going to see them.
Wow. Okay.
No,
that was a lot to say.
Now, here's the funny thing since he mentioned that.
All right.
You know, we got to collectively match certain things up in other areas that connect in other areas. Black Panther, the movie's coming out, right?
Right.
February what?
I don't know what day it's coming out.
Few days right after the Super Bowl. So are they telling us the Panthers will be in there?
Not are they telling us, that's what's going to happen. Cali Cat Pack, are you with me?
I wouldn't be surprised if they put them in there. I hope they win for you. I really don't care. Well, I'm going to bet money. Other than that, I don't, All right, moving right along, fellas and gents out there. Where the women at? You notice that? What the women are? There's some women that know about this game. Come on and call us 323-293-3375. I got a good question for y'all. Not only is Todd Gurley the running back of the year,
wow.
Is it possible he's actually the MVP based off what MVP means?
I would
say yes.
How did he do from last year and get to this? How did he do that?
A better situation with the quarterback. They don't have to figure it out.
If you remember, that quarterback came in last season too.
Yeah, Goff.
He didn't finish off like that.
They got a new regime, man. They got rid of Mr. Fisher.
It was like they put a new battery in his back or something.
They might have done it because this dude is a 10. He has no weaknesses. Even the games he don't do well, it's not his fault. Look what he did against the Washington Redskins.
Right.
Had like 90 yards, but he had 12, 13 carries. Look what he did against the loss they had early in the season against Seattle. Same
it's
thing.
Amazing to me because they don't make backs like this anymore. He's a phenom.
He's the
my goodness.
He's the upgrade version of, in my opinion, Roger Craig.
118 yards.
Yeah.
158 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. Now let's get this in perspective.
Yeah.
He's a rusher. He's a pure rusher, and he can catch out the backfield. He had a 200-yard game, almost a 300-yard game. This man rushed for 118 yards and received 158 yards with 2 touchdowns. He destroyed me in my fantasy football. I had to say that.
Oh, you didn't pick him?
No, I didn't get him in fantasy. He was trash last season, so
right.
I wouldn't.
I thought he was going to do well. I didn't think he'd do this well.
Man. This man got this man
total touchdowns,
like almost 40 points. It was disgusting.
He may do it again this week. San Francisco's a weak defense, and they're at home.
San Francisco will win this week.
No. We talk about it because there's some games that take place earlier in the day.
All right.
Then because I'm 50-50 with it based off who wins and what that determines for the Rams. Because I don't think they can go no higher than what they are.
By you saying no. And I'm going to use this against a lot of people this week because a lot of people didn't know. But the Rams are planning to sit their starters. So, yes, the 49ers will win because the Rams are planning to rest Gurley and them and company until...
Well, we'll know that in about another day or two.
Well, they've already been talking about it.
I don't think they're going to rest him. This dude's... No.
I don't know why they would rest him because if that game falls, I would love for them to rest him and Garoppolo to do this because if that game falls, then the scenarios fall into place because Tampa Bay can beat New Orleans. Yeah. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
And they can drop to like 4.
Yeah, and we can move to second.
Yeah. All right, speaking of Garoppolo, had another phenomenal game.
Yes.
What did he end up with, like over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns? He threw a few picks, though. Threw about 2 picks.
Garoppolo had 242 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I like what I see. This is my first time picking San Francisco this season. Over a few days ago, I looked at the highlights. I like what I saw.
Right.
I like the receiving core. They still don't. If you keep that team like it is.
It'll be completely different next year.
Right, but I'm saying, let's say you stay like where it is now, and you add Josh Gordon, and Earl Thomas say he want out, come and get me Dallas. We'll talk about that. But let's just say we got
to talk about that.
Yeah, let's say you were to add an Earl Thomas or someone like that. which is very realistic, and a Josh Gordon.
Oh, wait. They're going to be dangerous.
They would, yeah. And the cap room that they have, the draft picks they're gonna.
You think that the Browns will really get rid of Josh?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was able to. I didn't get a chance. I was rushing. I didn't get a chance to study his contract, but he doesn't have a contract where he's untouchable, and he is a good trade bait because let's say you keep him. The problem's not him. The problem's not the defense is top 12. The problem is the decor. They don't look good at all.
Well, they're talking about bringing Peyton Manning in. They interviewed him this weekend.
Peyton Manning.
Yes, to be general manager of that team.
Okay, now that's decor. That's a good look. That's okay.
They want to bring in that winning spirit.
Now, if they can get that changes the outlook. But he's not the reason they're going to win.
Right.
But he's the reason some other team would.
Man.
On
anybody else's team, that man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, two and a half seasons he missed.
Do you think he'll be able to keep it together? Because he has a.
If it took this long, he's fine. He's fine.
All right.
And you just want the last of what he has left, which is 3 probably phenomenal years of health and a total of 6 to 7 years.
Right.
So you just want to put him where. If he's at a team like San Francisco, definitely like Dallas. I think he fits more in Dallas. If he's in Dallas,
I don't know because I want Dallas to get rid of Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant needs to go to a team that can really use him because Dak, they don't gel right. He doesn't feel right in Dallas.
Well, since you went there with Dallas, what did you think about the game? I picked Dallas.
Oh man!
But I told my brother, "What up, D? I love you, man." But when I first saw Seattle get annihilated, I said, Seattle gonna come back. They're gonna have some pride.
Hey.
And they did.
Hey, and Seattle is a veteran team. They're real. They have Russell Wilson. There's no way they should have beat Dallas with how depleted they are in that backfield.
I agree.
Dak
and it was convincing. They really was shutting them down.
What I think was the key to that game was Ezekiel Elliott's bet had got leaked, and I'm telling you, people don't understand. I used to play ball. When people talk badly about a team, it makes them react.
They're like, "What? 200? You gonna get 200? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly."
And they had just got ran through for over 240 yards against the Rams and Todd Gurley. So you go into and it's logical to say Dallas probably is going to get y'all.
Yeah.
Because of the offensive line and they're at home. That was the best I've seen Seattle's defense since they played the Rams in, I think, week 5.
And once again, I can't take anything away from Seattle,
right.
But it's because of a young Dallas team, young players, and mouth opening is the reason why this happened. People, I believe in that type of stuff. Like, he opened his mouth, which made the other team react by them being veterans and them being there. Yep. Them knowing that extra bounds is the reason why we got what we got. Dallas getting crushed and Dallas eliminated from the playoffs.
But you gotta reiterate what you said. You told me this in August, standing out at the comedy spot.
Yeah.
Dallas won't have a playoff year, but next year they should be great.
Dallas will beast next year. And I'm not a Dallas fan at all, but they will beast next season.
I agree because you got all the distractions put away. You got a few dollars to go get to. The defense is shaky, but you can fix that.
Yes.
You just got to figure out what you're going to do with Dez, and are you going to go get Josh? Are you going to go get how Earl Thomas said, come and get me?
Are you going to get rid of Dez Bryant, which is a distraction because he gets frustrated because he's on a team that doesn't pass like that anymore. Right. Dez misses Tony Romo. I bet he had a Tony Romo picture on this wall in his room.
Right.
He misses Tony Romo dearly.
He's still he's not an elite, but he's still a good, solid receiver. He's just not a one or he's borderline 2-3.
A Dez would look good over in Frisco right now with Garoppolo. Next season, I'm telling you,
they need some. They need. Because
Garoppolo can get him the ball. Garoppolo is not afraid to go down there and let Dez Bryant grab that ball. If they had somebody with that type of mentality over in Frisco, my goodness.
I think Dez has. I was watching ESPN earlier, and I think there was a good analogy, good comparison. It's not fair health-wise, but the comparison is based off production and the type of style.
Okay.
He's a Fitzgerald right now, but Fitzgerald is like 8 years older than him. You know.
Wow.
Fitz still solid,
Okay.
but he's a 7 yards here, 12 yards here, 10 yards here. He's not going to get the 40s and 50s.
I think it's an unfair comparison only because of Dak is not a fan of Dez. He's not. It's clear. It's clear he's not a fan of Dez, and that's the last person he wants to throw the ball unless he's wide open.
So you think he got a little more juice left?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But look at the passes he's dropping. He rarely gets separation. I'm not saying he's not. I would love to have him.
He's a player that needs to have the ball in his hands, like a Steve Smith type player.
So you just got to keep going to him.
I know. He needs to go get the ball early in the game so he feels a part of the game. And a player like him, when he doesn't feel a part of the game,
out.
Yeah, passes will get dropped and things will happen.
Oh, you think it's more like that?
Yeah.
I think it's more like this. He weak. He weak as fuck. All right, now Philly clinched Monday night.
Yeah.
New England. Well, first let's deal with the clinchers. Week before last, Jags already clinched. New England clinched with their division
Steelers.
2 weeks ago, and the Steelers clinched. They have a bye. Now, what's going to be determined this Sunday is will New England have a complete bye and a complete home field advantage, or will
Also,
it be Pittsburgh?
New England still has to play?
They have to play for real.
Nah, I think they have it sold up.
No.
New England is 12-3, and the closest team to them is
It's the Pittsburgh.
10-5.
No, they already won their division. I'm talking about complete home field advantage.
Okay, against Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, so they both got to play. So Pitt is playing Cleveland. Pitt has to play New England, and they're playing at the same time.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. So
Yeah, these guys.
I got some good fantasy picks for DraftKings and FanDuel then,
Yeah.
because if Pittsburgh is playing Cleveland, yeah.
Oh, you're right. Well, I'll let you handle that because you already know this is the week for fantasy. You're gonna see some ridiculous numbers.
Well. A lot of Super Bowls happened last week. Most fantasy teams stopped last week. My leagues, they go this extra week.
Oh, really?
Into this. Yeah, because you don't want to fall into, let's say if a team is locked up like the Rams,
Okay.
and they're thinking about resting their players. You don't want to have a girly on your team,
Oh, wow.
and he only played the first two quarters.
Would it be better that you would be involved in FanDuel then?
Oh yes,
FanDuel.
Yes.
Who else locked up? Okay, we got the Rams locked up.
Right.
Minnesota, they locked it up, and they still.
Well, Minnesota,
lost the division
they have to. Yeah, they locked the division up. They have to win this week.
Yeah, they want to win. They want to win because they lost to the Rams. They beat the Rams. I'm sorry, but they've lost to the Saints earlier in the year.
And they lost to Carolina.
And right, they need to win.
Yes.
And they playing a tough team. People that's listening, please don't think Chicago just gonna go in there and just let you score 30 on us.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a game to watch. Bears might try to play spoiler.
I need them to because there's a scenario where Carolina moves to the second seed.
Okay, let's talk about that division, the NFC West. Saints was able to
NFC South.
South. I'm sorry.
The best division in football.
The Saints were able to take care of Atlanta convincingly, which I thought they would do. Get some get back, 31-19. Carolina late touchdown over Tampa. When it's divisional game,
Ugly game.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Late in the season, divisional games don't put any stock in the fact that this team's 3-12 and this team is 12. That don't matter.
Our offensive coordinator had a perfect plan the first 2 weeks, and then we get to this game, and we didn't. I think we ran our 4 wide receiver set once.
Mm-hmm.
The best lineup for Carolina, which no team can hold Carolina in, is when we go 4 wide, and we have McCaffrey in the backfield, and we send McCaffrey out wide, so we have 5 wide. So that means we have 5 wide with Cam in the back. There's no way to cover everybody. You can't double everybody, and they run out, and you can't stop Cam. So if there's somebody open, it's a quick read to them, or Cam takes off.
I like
There's no way to beat us like that. but our offensive coordinator, I don't know, maybe he wanted to try plays in this game to see how they would work. It was just horrible.
But Pac, we talked about it, whenever it's divisional foes, I throw all that out the window, man.
I understand what you're saying, but being a team player as I am, seeing how we should do things and seeing it being done backwards and not being done right is very irritating.
Right. Well, you have a chance this week.
We ran that play one time.
But I think they don't want people to get used to it, so when the playoff time comes.
Yeah. I thought about all that. But it was just a nasty game, but it was one. I'm not going to just get caught up on it. We in for a battle.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the teams that are in. Number one, that's
right.
In the AFC. Let's go to the AFC. That's number one. That's New England.
Right.
If they win, no matter what anybody does in the AFC, they have complete home field advantage. Number two would be Pittsburgh. They would hope that New England lose and they beat Cleveland. Number three, that 3 slot, that's the Jags. They had a difficult time with the Frisco.
Right.
So let me see. If they 10-5, then they play Tennessee, another divisional game. You got to watch out for that one. And they're thinking about resting their players too, the Jags. And number 4, we have the KC.
Right.
You don't know what you're gonna get from them. Number 5, the 5 slot is that the Baltimore Ravens?
No. It's KC then Baltimore.
That's what I said. Number 5 slot would be the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
And number 6 is the Tennessee Titans. Now here's the thing. I like the Chargers to get that slot because I think the Chargers are going to beat Oakland.
They will.
And I think the Jags, they already lost in a blowout. Week 2, was that week 2? Yeah, week 2 to Tennessee. So I think the Jags might, because the Jags
are one and done in the playoffs.
They are, but it depends. But who do you want to play? Do you want to play the Chargers or do you want to play Tennessee? If you're the Jags, because that's what it's going to look like.
Wow. So they might not be one and done because those are horrible games.
I'm mad. I like the Chargers. I don't think they want to play the Chargers. So they might.
I don't think nobody wants to play the Chargers. Chargers is really a good team.
Yeah.
That just hasn't shown up. Phillip Rivers is kind of just lingering there, I don't think anybody wants to see them in the playoffs.
So if you're the Jags, are you letting Tennessee in? If you let them in, then you'll see them the following week at home.
Wow.
I think I would do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
That's if they're thinking like that. It's football is a deal of pride. So
Yeah, man.
That's if they're thinking like that.
I mean, I don't want the Chargers with Bosa and Ingram on the line. No, I'll be there. That man will be running. Bortles will be running for his life.
It's going to be exciting playoffs. Exciting playoffs.
Well, let's switch over to the NFC.
NFC.
All right, so
Eagles.
We got Eagles number 1. They've clinched everything. They got complete home field advantage. They got Dallas this week. They'd probably let Dallas win. Their rest of players. And number 2, that's the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Number 3, that would be the Saints. Number 4, we have who's that over there?
The Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah.
They can move up to 3. And number 5, we have
Carolina. We have 5 locked up. No, we can't fall anywhere.
Right.
But stay
But
in
you
5.
can go up.
We can go up.
It's 2.
2. Yeah, we can take the 2 seed.
Okay, number 6 is at the Atlanta.
Yes.
Now let's talk about that.
Seahawks is lurking.
That's what I'm saying.
Seahawks is lurking.
Is that a situation where we see Cam Newton and Carolina say, look here, man, we ain't listening to nothing. We could possibly get number 2. We're going to play like we can get number 2, and we're going to smash Atlanta.
I didn't want us to get a bye this season for the way the team playing. They need to play every week. They don't need any rest. And I think the best thing for us to do is to slap Atlanta and let Seahawks move in there because Seahawks will be an easy game for us with their backfield being that depleted.
But if the Saints,
easier than the Falcons in the playoffs.
Oh, right. Now, but if the Saints lose to Tampa, y'all go all the way. That's number 2.
Oh no, we'll jump to 3.
Oh,
we need Minnesota to lose too.
Oh, that's too much. Nah, that's too much. You might as well just. I'm
not thinking about that. I'm thinking of us in the number 5 spot, but people would think I'm crazy. I'd rather play the Rams than the Falcons. I mean, the Rams than the Saints. If we stay where we at, we'll play the Saints. But I want the Saints to lose and we to move up.
So let's say the Saints don't lose, and you guys do win. Seattle's in there at that 6. You guys in there at 5. 5 play 4. You play the Rams.
Yes, sir. L.A. game.
No, I think the Rams would be too much, bro.
It's crazy.
Let's be honest.
The Rams cannot beat Carolina,
Man,
sir.
they'll be too much.
Gurley will not have 100 yards rushing.
I don't know. Well, he'll get 100 catching and 60 rushing.
It won't happen.
And 2 TDs.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
They got a better shot at a team that they faced before.
Carolina will have a rougher time playing the Saints or the Falcons.
I doubt it. I think they'll smash the Saints. Even though the Saints beat them twice this year. When you're familiar with a team, you get more of a sense of them. They haven't seen the Rams. They come up here to LA, they getting smashed,
We will
man.
destroy the Rams. No. Now I want to play the Rams.
No.
You know what? I don't care who we play. Whoever we play, we gonna win. Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot. Y'all hear that? Shout out to y'all.
So what we got left? 6, 8, 4?
How many minutes we got, Poets?
5.
Okay.
Let's do some picks this week.
This week is going to be a funny week. Funny week. Yeah.
It's like 3 or 4 games, man. It's like, what?
Man, let's do, I don't want to do the Redskins Giants. Let's go to a game that means something. Vikings Bears. We talked about that.
That is a tricky trap game. For those out there listening, the Bears are they're going to be borderline playoff team next year.
Bears got a defense.
Yes,
there's no getting around that.
that's a toss up.
I'm still taking the Vikings.
Right, but I'm gonna get another page and take Chicago. That's a toss up.
And another game that means something.
One of them earlier games. One more.
They flexed us to the afternoon game, so. Another game that means something would have to be Jets-Patriots. The Jets played the Patriots pretty tough.
Can I see the Patriots laying down? No, not laying down because they got to win. Can I see the Patriots letting the Jets do something?
I think they make a stamp.
Oh, we got a call. Who we got?
How you doing, caller?
I bet it's Yogi.
This Darnell out that Tuscaloosa area.
Oh, what up, Darnell? Detroit, right? Fan.
Right.
My
right,
man.
Right.
All right,
What up, Packy?
What's going on, sir?
PB.
What's the word?
I got to do your segment. I got a weak as fuck.
Who is this?
What's going on?
Matthew Stafford.
Ooh. Oh,
You
yeah.
weak as fuck.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
No, he's talking about. I already know what he's thinking. All this money, they still had a playoff chance against Cincinnati. I already know. I feel your pain. Trust me. And I thought about picking him on FanDuel, and some said no.
I didn't pick Matthew Stafford this week. I sat him on the bench and put Cam in.
Right.
Yeah, he had one of those.
He had a doozy.
Yeah, but still, Matthew Stafford is the real deal, man. He had a bad game. Quarterbacks have bad games. Aaron Rodgers, you could say the same thing about him the week he came back. So, phenomenal quarterbacks have bad games.
He still played good. Stafford,
Yeah.
he didn't play good at all.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did he say Aaron Rodgers played good?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Based
For a
off,
bad shoulder, he played good.
based off missing those games, I didn't have a big problem with him. I had more of a problem with the defense. Come on, don't look at me like that. You seen him. I'm gonna do it again. Greg Olsen, 40 yards down the field. They defense. He did turn the ball over, but I
How
expected.
many times did he turn the ball over?
3.
Oh.
Okay, one of those I won't trip off that one.
How many times did Matthew Stafford turn the ball over this game?
Was it twice?
It wasn't 3 times.
But it's against Cincinnati. You gotta have that one.
Yeah,
You got to. Then
Hey,
they
you
have
right.
the best defensive player. You got to win that game.
Yeah, they come on, Pack. You know you looked at your list and be like, damn, we lost. Or Detroit, when you looked at Detroit, like, oh, come on, Cincy. He didn't play well at all.
I feel what you're saying.
And you the money man. You the highest paid man. You can't lose. You the money man.
Hey.
Now that's where I'm with him. My brother called me, was like, P, they paid this man all this money. Now, let's see what happens against a divisional foe on Sunday. Brett Hundley goes up there to Detroit. In my opinion, if I'm check it out.
That's a meaningless game.
No. We talking about Stafford though. If I'm a Detroit fan, dude, I want to see him play, and he got to play. He better put up he better put up 350, 4 touchdowns to get me to go, okay, next year we might be all right. If he play and he looks similar to what he did Cincy, they better find a way to get some of his damn money back.
Oh man,
Come on, man.
I feel what you're saying. He just had a bad game at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, but you can't do it.
Yeah, you guys are right. Hey, but while we got you on the phone, we got to go through these picks. We only got like a minute left, sir. Carolina Falcons. Who do you pick? I want to know who you pick.
Carolina. I'm going with Carolina.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, they should get this one.
Okay.
But then again, Pat, I can see them I can see it taking the gas off the pedal. I can see Carolina doing it.
No, we're not.
I'm not saying.
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. Saints Buccaneers.
The Saints.
Now, if they put the
Saints should win, but I'm taking the Bucs.
If they put the Irishman in there, they're gonna beat the Saints. If they put Fitzpatrick, he better than Winston.
Okay. Last game, 49ers Rams.
49ers, they hot.
Hey, I'm a Garoppolo fan.
No, I'm gonna pick them if I hear that they, sitting their players. I'm gonna pick them.
Hey man, make sure you call in next week because we're gonna go over the
D, come on, man, call us
thing.
next week. We got these playoff picks, man.
Okay.
All right, D. Thank you for calling in, sir.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, I was already with him. My brother hit me like, you see, you can't play like that. You gotta. Just before we go, look at his stats. What do you do? Stafford, I think he had 2 picks.
Oh man!
But check it out. Their defense wasn't even there, and he couldn't perform.
I'm with you on what you're saying. I understand completely.
Yeah, let's just. I just want to see what he did.
That's not it.
Yeah, just. Yeah, man. You got me hyped now, man. I can't wait this week.
This is the sad part of the season for me because this is our last week as real football, and then we go to the postseason.
I just want to. You tripping?
So when we go to the postseason, it's sad for me because I love football, but we will be here with your sports needs, so don't worry about a thing.
I like the fact that it's a perfect timing. Matthew Stafford, I had to look this up.
203 yards and 1 touchdown.
And how many picks? He threw one. He threw 1 pick.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure his percentage was like 50%. I bet he was like 50%.
But regardless of his percentage, he did not do worse than Aaron Rodgers.
That's not true. You're going against a top 3 defense on the road. You ain't played in 2 months. He still had 3 touchdowns against a number 3 defense.
Okay.
You got to give him that. I wasn't too much tripping off his play, even though he turned the ball.
Matthew Stafford has threw 10 interceptions this season.
No, I don't think the brother was saying he weak as fuck, period. He talking about, look, man, you paid you all this money, get us there, and this was the wrong time to do that. That's what he said.
This is true. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm Garoppolo, Matthew Stafford. I'm a fan of quarterbacks and those are 2.
Yeah, he's not bad.
So I'm not that critical of them.
Well, he better do something at the end of the week.
People, you've heard our picks, and we'll see you next Tuesday. We'll be here on time, and
hopefully I got a lot of stuff I got to do.
Oh yeah. But thank you guys, and we'll see you again next week.
Much love.
Blow the whistle, people. Tune in next week. See you. We love you.